Don't forget the doc. Several network participants recently called into Dr. Rick Wright's Old School Sundays radio show. Check this out.
Let's go to Boston, Massachusetts, and find Mr. John Kellogg, Esquire, multi-millionaire, genius in the world of music, big-time attorney, and a graduate of the S.I. Newhouse School of Public Communications, Syracuse University. How you doing, John?
I'm doing fine, Doc. Right? How are you?
Oh, things are kicking, man. This is my post-birthday show, you know? Birthday.
Yeah, man. Happy belated birthday to you.
Oh, yeah. Birthday was Friday, but, man, I got you. And, hey, you know, Mary Wells I just played, man. That is probably an opening for, as we talk about music history in America. Mary Wells died broke, man.
Yeah, it's a tough business, and that's the reason why it's so important to understand the business aspects of the music business. Because I say every time the music gets played, somebody gets paid, and if you're an artist, songwriter, or producer, you want to get paid, not played.
Not played. Well, what's your incredible musical installation or installment this week on Old School Sunday?
Well, Doc, right, what we're going to talk about once again, we're going to pick up on the Michael Jackson story.
Yes.
And, you know, Michael, I thought that he had the best-selling album of all time with Thriller. You know, that sold 28 million copies, but there's another album, the album by the Eagles, their greatest hits from 71 to 75, had sold 29 million copies, but that was prior to, Michael's album was number 2 prior to his death. But since that time, everyone really thinks that Thriller is going to surpass the sales of the Eagles' greatest hits. Because right now, over the past week, Thriller sold 552,000 copies, and it's really moving up, and they think that it's going to pass very soon. As a matter of fact, Michael Jackson's albums have sold 1.1 million copies over the last 7 days, and 2.3 million since the 3 weeks that he died. So Michael is online to sell over 29 million copies and take over the top spot of the #1 album ever being sold in the United States.
Oh, what a story. So the Eagles had the record, huh?
That's right. The Eagles held the record, but it looks like Michael Jackson is getting ready to take them over. And one other note, you know, R&B, and I know that you're playing Maxwell a lot on your station. It's good to see good R&B like Maxwell really making a big impact. You know, his album came in #1 on the charts last week, selling 316,000 CDs in 1 week. I think that's fantastic.
Well, John, I'm telling you, you know, the incredible thing about the Michael Jackson story is, like our young man and our great member of the family is going to make more money in death than he made when he was alive.
Well, you know, unfortunately that's the case, and that's because the ownership of those masters lasts so long with the record companies. The record companies can always continue to release records long after someone's death, but certainly there's a big boost right after a person dies, and that's what we're seeing with Michael Jackson. We saw it with Elvis. We've seen it with a lot of people, so that's just something that naturally happens.
Well, John, how are things at the Berkelee School of Music? What's happening in the summertime in Boston, Massachusetts?
Well, everything's fine. Everything's fine. The summer session ends in a couple of weeks, and everybody's doing really well here, and we hope everything's going well at the Syracuse Newhouse School, and I know you're holding it down.
Oh, we're having fun. John, while I got you here, please give our incredible radio audience a little quick chronology of the Berkelee School of Music.
You're breaking up, Doc.
Oh, I think that's you breaking up, but let's try it again. Please, give us sort of a chronology of the Berkelee School of Music. Tell this incredible radio audience what your incredible institution does in the world of music and academics.
Well, it is a very interesting institution, and that it was started in the 40s by a guy named Lee Burke. He started this, not Lee Burke, but Mr. Burke started it back in 46 because he wanted to train GIs coming back from World War II that had the GI Bill, and a lot of them had been inspired by the Armed Forces Network and the music that they heard when they were overseas in the war. So when they came back, they all wanted to pick up instruments and learn. And that's when Mr. Burke started the Berkelee School of Music, named after his son, Lee Burke. And that school has really grown to be the leading institution of contemporary music over the past 50 and 60 years. And we look to hope to take it to a next level over the next 5 or 10 years.
Well, you have given out some incredible honorary doctoral degrees to people like Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and others, right?
That's correct.
And I've been keeping up with you, John. You're doing a great job.
You sure have.
Well, John, thank you so much for being my in-resident musical authority here on Old School Sunday with Dr. Rick Wright every Sunday afternoon. And, man, I just love you, and I got your photograph in my office, man, when you were a member of the New Decade back in the 1970s.
Hope to be there this fall to look at it. Talk to you soon.
Okay, John Kellogg checking in from the Berkelee School of Music in Boston, Massachusetts.
All right, so get to all the Syracuse University alums throughout the world. Checking out Dr. Rick Wright, Power 106.9 Old School Sunday. On a big bad Sunday afternoon, Dr. Rick Wright live and well in Syracuse here at Power 106.9 Radio. Do it.
The network reminds you that you too may call in to Dr. Rick Wright on Sundays between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check in with the doc at area code 315-428-1069. Don't forget the doc.